human ear is very different from the celestial ear or the Deva ear of different realms of divine world, divine realms. Time, the order of time changes everywhere. So now, as the 100th prince, at that time, though the Buddha was, there was no Buddha's teaching available at that time, but the Pacceka Buddha, that was the period when a large number of a community of hermit Buddhas. These are also said self-enlightened beings, like our supremely enlightened one, but not having the same power and the ability and all that sort of thing. And they arise in a group. So these Pacceka Buddhas, they live in the Himalayas, and once a day they come out for their Pindapata in the populated areas. Anywhere, any part of India they will go. They will fly, alight somewhere nearby, go in, do the Pindapata and teach there during that time and help those who have the potential for perfecting their spiritual perfections, parami, etc. So, at that time, some Pacceka Buddhas happened to, hermit Buddhas they are called, they happened to visit the palace. The king was very devoted to them and he requested them to come and have Pindapata, alms meal every day. So they used to come. They say, okay, whenever we have occasion, we'll come. And more or less, often they would come. So, and this young prince was assigned the responsibility to look after, to see that as soon as they come to the palace, to receive them with great reverence, wash their feet, have the feet dried up and take them inside and make them sit. And you see, with all reverence, they would then offer the dana and so on. So he had a bunch of attendants to do all that, and he supervised, and he himself also engaged himself in doing that. So one day the thought occurred to him. He said, look, I am the last prince. Will I ever have the chance to become a ruler? I have got 99 brothers above me. What a pity, I am the last one. So, he said, let me ask the venerable, this hermit holy ones, Buddhas. So he received them with great devotion and showed all respect and all that, and had, with his own hand served them, and after the meal, as they sat down and gave him a discourse, they invariably gave a Dhamma discourse after the alms meal. The Buddhas did that, and even monks do that now. So now, he said, Lord, I have a request, Lord. Kindly do favor me by answering my question. He said, yes, go on, Prince, tell. He said, this thought has occurred to me, I will never be able to become a ruler, and what is this? I am the last, of the 100. Will I ever have a chance to become a king? Lord, will you finally, with your knowledge of omniscience, you are omniscient people, you know everything about the past and future. And now, and so kindly open up the truth. So the leader of the Pacceka Buddhas of that group, they said, yes, Prince, you can become a king provided these things happen. These conditions prevail. Everything is life is conditioned based upon various factors. So, he said, yes, Lord, what are those? He said, in 7 days' time, if you can, arrange to go to Takshashila. Several thousand miles, maybe a couple of thousand or whatever from there, or hundreds. So, that was in Gandhara country, that was part of the subcontinent, and he knew the geography very well. 7 days if you can reach there, and you will have to pass through tremendous days. There is a big forest before you reach the city of Takshashila. And if you pass through that forest, the forest is infested by these yakinis. They have very beautiful villa, beautiful settlements, all dotting the entire route, and they will assume all kinds of forms, very charming, very captivating and bewitching looks. And human beings, if they get carried by that, they gobble them up. They live on human hot blood. They just assume beautiful, they look like devis, goddesses, and so beautiful and charming and bewitching indeed. And people are, those who are carried away by that, they get, caught and they get finished. All the Panchindriyas are involved. They assume, beautiful forms, and those who are attracted by lovely form, they get caught. Or wonderful music indeed, divine music. Absolutely, captivating music. Those who get caught by sounds and music, they get finished. Then they set up little markets, beautiful smelly things, very perfumes of all kinds. Those who get caught, they are servants of their smelling faculty, they get caught and then finished. Those who are slaves of their tongue, they set up bazaars of wonderful meals and everything. And those who have this, those who are slaves of their bodily feelings and contacts, so they set up what you call these healthcare centers of today, some kind of massaging center and all this. Beautiful women massagers and all that. So there you are, those who get caught by these things, then they are all gobbled up. So the Acharya Buddha told him, look Prince, this is going to happen. If you can pass through all these tests, reach Takshashila on the 7th day, you will be crowned the king of Takshashila. But there are many tests on the way in this. If you have complete control over your senses and you can exert self-control, there you are, you can become king. They said, yes, Lord, I will do that. I have control. I will exert control. I will develop mindfulness, come what may. I have already passed through a test. And that is how he goes to his household and tells them he is going. He saw his parents and then his household. And now he had 5 companions who also acted as bodyguards. They said, we too will go. Now these are the 5 monks who were the bodyguards. Now while going, these bodyguards he warned them, look here, this is what I heard, and you better be careful. But among them there was a fellow who completely, he had no control over anything, very beautiful objects, particularly the opposite sex, women. Any beautiful woman and bus, he is finished. So that is how this fellow got gobbled up. Secondly, the music man. All the 5 got gobbled up one after the other. So the last one, this one yakini was up behind the bodhisattva. tried her very best to do all kinds of things but couldn't. Even the people who knew that they are ocraces and they never fell victim, they asked, you see, this Yakhini would go like a very beautiful woman following the Bodhisattva until the gate of the city and crying and all that. Then she will say, oh, this is my husband, he is leaving me away and all that. So he said, no, these are all ogres, Yakhinis, have nothing to do with them. So anyhow, when he reached the city gate, he wanted to rest a little. So he went inside the royal rest house. There the Yakhini couldn't get in. You see, Bodhisattva had some kind of, the Acharya Buddhas had given him some thread by, reciting Paritana Sutras. So that protected him and, so the Yakhini assumed a very beautiful form, thinking that when he comes out, she will have him. Now the king of that city, Takshasila, he happened to go out for his mrigaya or whatever, some kind of shikar and all that. When he was returning, he saw this woman, my goodness, absolutely bewitching. So he asked his men, he said, who is that? Has she got a husband? Go and find out. If she doesn't, then she is my property. She is my nidhi, treasure trove. So they went and they found out. The Bodhisattva said, no, I have nothing to do with this. This woman said, that's my husband. And so this man went and reported. So king said, okay, if the husband refuses and in spite of that, she is my treasure trove. That is how he got involved and he got killed. So then by the next morning, he got up and put on that, the thread around him and also a little bit of balu, the baluka, that is sand. The Bodhisattva, the hermit Buddhas had given him after reciting the sutta. So now that protected him, and by the time he came out, these people saw the king was eaten up, all his palace was empty, etc. So they called entirely a meeting, the ministers came and those men who knew that was the Yakhini who has done that, they told. And they knew this Bodhisattva also, he says, no, he says, Yakhini, I have nothing to do. So they went to the Bodhisattva and requested him to come and become a king, and that is how he became a king. So this story, Buddha now told these 5 monks. He said, look, in the past, because of lack of self-respect, self-restraint, self-control, having no control over your senses, there you are, you have paid a very heavy price. Now also you are quarreling? It's foolish. You better go and develop sangvara, kayena sangvaro sadhu, sadhu vachaya sangvaro, manasa sangvaro sadhu, sadhu sabbattha sangvaro, sabbattha sangbuto bhikkhu, sabba dukkha pamucchati. Kayena sangvaro sadhu. It is indeed good and wonderful to have control over your bodily actions. Vachaya sangvaro sadhu. Indeed, it is wonderful to have complete control over what you say, your verbal actions. So also what you think, your mental actions. And a monk who has complete control over these 3, only he or the monks will be released from the bonds of samsara and be freed from all sufferings. So when he told these 5 monks were transformed. Immediately they became Sotapanna. And you see, many others who are hearing Dhamma, others, they too had similar spiritual experiences, very elevating experiences. And it became, the Dhamma teaching became very fruitful. So today I will leave it at this. I will pick up the thread next time. How to have, you see, develop self-control by developing mindfulness on the senses and on the feelings. With this I conclude. May the blessings of Bhagavan Buddha, his Dhamma and Sangha surround your life to be able to practice self-control. May you all be happy. Sukhino bhavantu.